story time about how I got shot or whatever. So I was talking to this boy. We was talking for like a couple months or whatever. So he used to always be in my car, like ride around in my car. We used to always be together, riding around, stuff like that. Where they put me in the ambulance truck, where they put me in the bed, put me in the ambulance, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just asking them the whole time, like, am I gonna die?
Doing all that stuff about a bando and about a project. But you know how far I was? You know where I stayed at last night? Every time I go to sleep, y'all playing, I'm trying to get, you feel me? Just chill, man. Stop bringing me up on live internet. If I did something, the police will have me in handcuffs. Came and got me for that mud shot y'all seen for the receiver store. They came straight to my house, the gate seat, all that, looking for them folks. Know if I did that, just like they know if anybody else did, phone's gonna ping all that. Yeah. You think I'd be on live and if I what how the feel me? I'd be signing some shit. Oh God.
Count 5.
Police
Birmingham
come
police asking for your help to find whoever shot and killed this young woman, Mia Nickson, back in January. Investigators say her family is hurting and pushing for justice in her case.
Have you ever looked at someone's life and thought you had them all figured out? The social media posts, the reputation on the street, the story everyone seems to know? What if every single thing you believed was just the cover of a book nobody ever really opened? In Birmingham, Alabama, 21-year-old Mia Nickson was a lot of things to a lot of people. A talented nail tech with a bright future, a daughter, a friend, and to the whispers of the city, something else entirely, a setup queen. But when she was executed in her own driveway in January of 2024, the question wasn't just who did it. It was, which version of Mia Nickson was the target? And how did her story become just one thread in a tapestry of violence that would stun an entire city? Stick with me, because this isn't just a murder story. This is a story about perception, reputation, and the terrifying moment when a street myth collides with a very real and very prolific killer. Before we get started, a huge thank you to the True Crime Unraveled community. To everyone on YouTube and over on Facebook and TikTok at True Crime Unraveled TV, we see you. We read every single comment. We appreciate you taking this journey with us, and we want you to keep it coming. Your theories and insights are what make this channel. For months, Mia's case seemed to feed on rumor and gossip. Everyone had a theory, and most pointed to a very public, very angry man from her final Facebook Live. It seemed cut and dry. But the police weren't biting, and that silence led to more questions than answers. Until a major police announcement, over a year later, would connect the dots in a way no one saw coming. The arrest wouldn't just solve Mia's murder, it would crack open a nightmare. It would reveal a single young man allegedly at the center of a staggering wave of violence, nearly 20 homicides, dozens injured, across a 14-month reign of terror. So how does a young nail technician from Crestwood become a link in a chain that includes the assassination of a firefighter, the murder of a UPS worker, and multiple mass shootings? And what does it say when the truth is stranger and far more dangerous than any street legend? Mia Nickson was, by all accounts from those who loved her, magnetic. She had that spark. At 21, she was building her dream as a nail technician and hairstylist, her eyes set on her own salon. She was the kind of person who lit up a room, who remembered details, who made clients feel like friends. This was the Mia her family knew, the one who, just over a year before her death, had cheated death itself.
Story time about how I got shot or whatever. So I was talking to this boy. We was talking for like a couple months or whatever. So he used to always be in my car, like ride around in my car. We used to always be together, riding around, stuff like that. Where they put me in the ambulance truck, where they put me in the bed, put me in the ambulance, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just asking them the whole time, like, am I gonna die? Am I gonna be okay? Please just tell me, am I gonna die?
Oh, that was school! School tower! She said it's
In December of 2022, she was caught in a shooting at a red light. A bullet traveled through her ear and across her face. She woke up wrapped around a tree, asking paramedics if she was going to die. She lost hearing in one ear, vision in one eye. She called it a miracle. She posted online about God giving her a second chance, a bigger purpose. She said she was strong as hell. And she was. But in a city like Birmingham, your online life is a currency. And Mia's profile showed a different flavor of success. Designer bags, stacks of cash, a lifestyle that raised eyebrows for a young entrepreneur. The whispers started. They called her a setup queen. It's an American street idiom with devastating implications. A woman who uses her appeal to lure men into situations where they can be robbed or worse. Was it true? Or was it just a dangerous reputation painted on a young black woman living a certain aesthetic? This double life came into sharp focus in October 2023 when she was arrested on serious charges. And when she posted a $40,000 bond, the whispers became a roar. How did a nail tech come up with that kind of money? The two versions of Mia were now on a collision course. And that collision happened live on Facebook in the early hours of January 10th, 2024. Arguing with a man known as Youngster. Accusations flying about setups and street politics. It was intense, it was public, and it seemed to spell everything out. Minutes after that live ended, Mia was found shot to death in her car, right in her own driveway. The whole world thought they had just seen the motive and the killer on live stream. But the police, they weren't so sure. Why would they pass up what looked like a slam dunk? In the days after Mia's murder, all eyes turned to Youngster. The court of public opinion found him guilty. And he knew it. He took to social media himself, not just once, but repeatedly, to defend himself.
Doing all that stupid, talking about a bando and about a project. But you know how far I was? You know where I stayed at last night? Every time I go to sleep, y'all playing, I'm trying to get, you feel me? Just chill, man. Stop bringing me up on live internet. If I did something, the police will have me in handcuffs. Came and got me for that mug shot y'all seen for the receiver store. They came straight to my house, the gate seat, all that looking for. Them folks know if I did that, just like they know if anybody else did. Phone's gonna ping all that. Yeah. You think I'd be on live and if I what how the feel me? I'd be signing some shit. Oh God. Police come get you for anything else. Why they came and got me? Stop playing with me, man. About that petty boy. I'm talking about youngster. Keep saying my name. If I did, the police would have came and got me. Don't they come get you for everything else? Can't they tell where you was any other time? Y'all know if somebody did. I would have deactivated all that. Talking about trying to put it on somebody else. I ain't trying to put it on you. To stop trying to put it on me. I don't even got that type of time on my hand, girl. Stay, we ain't about this girl. You think she just sitting outside in the car?
You saying she finna be outside her car waiting on us to pull up?
That's what I'm saying.
This girl got shot
outside the car. And it went that many shots a night. That's what's up close, little personal. Somebody made that girl come back outside, man. Stop playing on me like y'all dumb. I don't know. That girl had a traffic and all. Stop playing on me. Do nothing to that girl. I don't even know what this girl stayed. Stupid talking on that. He just making up. Everything he said, he just making up. On new. That boy said, hey twin. That boy said a bando by Gay City. What?
He said what?
We was in the bando by Gay City when we was on live this morning. Well, you know where we was, man. You know where we was, man. Stop playing on me, man.
Bring the towers out.
That's what I'm saying.
Tie with the phone.
Tie with the phone, man.
Tie with the phone.
Tie with the phone.
He was adamant, frantic almost. If I did it, them phone's gonna ping, he argued. He said the police had checked his location, that he was miles away. He pleaded with people to stop. You think she's gonna sit outside in the car? He asked, implying the killer was already there waiting. The community was torn. It felt too obvious. But the Birmingham Police Department held their cards close. They publicly asked for tips, stressed Mia was targeted, but they didn't name Youngster. They offered a reward. The silence was deafening. For the family, for viewers like you, it was agonizing.
Nothing's too small. We know the streets are talking. We know Mia was extremely popular, but our detectives need that information. So anything you have, please call that into Crime Stoppers.
Remember, Crime Stoppers is a fully anonymous process. No matter what your information is, they never know your identity. And if you do provide information that leads to an arrest in this case, you could be eligible for a $5,000 reward.
It felt like the case was going cold. Were the police incompetent? Or did they know something we didn't? What were they seeing that the rest of us, caught up in the drama of a Facebook fight, were completely missing? The answer would come, but not for over a year. And when it did, it wouldn't be about a heated online argument. It would be part of a press conference so major, it would reframe not just Mia's death, but the city's understanding of its own trauma. The police were quiet because they were following a thread that led to a much bigger monster. In February 2025, interim Birmingham Police Chief Michael Pickett stood at a podium. He announced warrants in a series of egregious murders. First, he spoke of the horrific, calculated shooting of 2 firefighters at Station 9 in July 2023. One, Jordan Melton, died. It was an attack that shook the city's core. The chief named the suspect, 22-year-old Damien McDaniel. Then, he connected that same man to the murder-for-hire killing of UPS worker Anthony Love Jr. in a parking lot. And then, almost as a third devastating note, he added, additionally, Damien McDaniel is charged with intentional murder in the death of Mia Nickson. The air left the room.
The interim chief of police for the Birmingham Police Department. When I was appointed to this role, one of my top priorities was to get our homicide detectives equipped with every tool that they needed to be able to investigate all murders, especially egregious murders like the ones we're going to discuss today. Wanted those to be able to be solved so that the victims' families, can have that one step closer toward closure. That being said, the Birmingham Police Department has obtained warrants in a major homicide case that has caused the victims' families tremendous pain and suffering and sorrow to the city of Birmingham. On Wednesday, July 12th, 2023, an unknown suspect entered the open bay of Fire Station 9 in Norwood. He was armed with a weapon. He shot 2 Birmingham firefighters, firefighter Jordan Melton and Sergeant Jamal Jones. They were both critically injured during this horrific crime. Both firefighters were transported to UAB for treatment, where they received life-saving measures. Tragically, 5 days later, Jordan Melton succumbed to his injuries. 22-year-old Damien McDaniel of Fairfield, Alabama, has been charged with capital murder of a first responder and attempted murder of a second firefighter. It has been 19 months since the tragic incident occurred, and we empathize with the families that have been affected. The Birmingham Police Department is unwavering in our commitment to solving all homicide cases. While some of these investigations may require more time, rest assured that we are tirelessly working every day towards bringing perpetrators to justice with efficiency and meticulous work carried out by our homicide detectives and the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. I cannot express how appreciative we are, in particular with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office, as they have worked over the last, I don't know how many months, with our detectives on each of these cases to ensure that these folks were brought to justice. We are appreciative to the Melton and Malone family, as well as our Birmingham Fire Chief, Chief Corey Moon, and all of our brothers and sisters with the Birmingham Fire and Rescue Service for their patience and their diligence, and as we diligently work toward solving this case and bringing this person to justice. BPD extends gratitude to our esteemed partners that include, as I stated earlier, the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office, the ATF, the FBI, United States Secret Service, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, and Crime Stoppers for their invaluable collaboration throughout this investigation. Additionally, Damien McDaniel is charged with intentional murder in the death of Mia Nickson. She was shot and killed on January the 10th, 2024, outside of her home in the 800 block of Crest Green. McDaniel is also charged with capital murder, which was a murder for hire, in the death of the UPS worker, Anthony Love Jr. He was shot and killed on April the 9th, 2024, on Inglenook Lane, in the parking lot of the UPS facility. His co-defendant, Charles Nance, is charged with capital murder, again, murder for hire. McDaniel is currently incarcerated in the Alabama Department of Corrections on a probation revocation out of Bessemer. McDaniel currently has 4 murder cases, 1 intentional murder case pending in Jefferson County, as well as 17 assault first-degree cases, also 3 attempted murder cases, and a certain person's forbidden to possess a pistol and possession of marijuana first degree. McDaniel has no bond. Nance is currently being held in the Jefferson County Jail with no bond for capital murder that occurred on August the 13th, 2024. His co-defendant in that was, again, Damien McDaniel.
Mia's name was now alongside fallen heroes and hardworking men. Damien McDaniel wasn't some angry figure from a Facebook Live. He was, according to authorities, a prolific killer operating on a scale Birmingham hadn't seen. As the facts tumbled out, the picture grew more horrifying. McDaniel was allegedly linked to at least 14 murders and a total of 11 separate shooting incidents between July 2023 and September 2024. This included mass shootings at lounges and in the popular 5 Points South District. He was already in prison. A one-man crime wave finally stopped. So, what was the connection to Mia? The details are still unfolding in court, but the charge is intentional murder. This wasn't a random act of passion from an online spat. This was, prosecutors suggest, deliberate. Was Mia's street reputation the very thing that put her on a killer's radar? Was she a target because of the world she navigated, or something she allegedly knew? The man from the Facebook Live was a red herring, a dramatic, public distraction from a far more sinister and professional kind of violence lurking in the shadows. Mia Nickson's case is no longer a standalone mystery. It's a chapter in a much darker book. Damien McDaniel has pleaded not guilty to this sprawling web of charges, and his day in court for Mia's death is still ahead. The family has some answer, a name, a face, a suspect in custody. But with that answer comes a new set of haunting questions. Was her murder part of McDaniel's alleged pattern of murder for hire? What was the motive? Her story forces us to confront how quickly labels stick and how a reputation, true or not, can have fatal consequences. It shows that sometimes the loudest suspect isn't the right one, and the real danger works in chilling silence. The tragedy is multiplied. A young woman who survived one shooting only to be claimed by another. A family grieving not just a loss, but the complexity of a life they are still trying to fully understand. So, let's talk about it. This is a complex one. Do you think Mia's public persona and the rumors about her life made her a target? Or was her connection to Damien McDaniel something entirely separate from that SetupQueen talk? How does it change your view of the case, knowing her death was allegedly tied to a man accused of such a vast campaign of violence? Drop your theories in the comments below. We read every single one, and this is a case where every perspective adds a new layer. If this deep dive into the tangled truth behind Mia's story gripped you, if it made you rethink how these investigations work, please hit that thumbs up button. It really helps others find our content and supports the channel more than you know. To make sure you don't miss our next investigation into crimes that are anything but straightforward, subscribe to True Crime Unraveled here on YouTube and hit that bell icon. Follow us over on Facebook and TikTok at True Crime Unraveled TV for extra content and community discussion. We'll see you then.